This show is sponsored by Great Kingdom Palace, giving life a meaning.
I am here with David Binder, who is talking about Real Love, and they do coaching and workshops all across the UK on how we can implement unconditional into our lives in order to get to where we want in life. And they talk about how love is a powerful tool. With me right now, I've got David Binder, who is talking about Real Love coaching. Tell me more.
Okay, hi. Basically, my journey started quite a long time ago. In 2003, I had a major emotional release. I went to see a guy called Anthony Robbins, who a lot of people know about.
Heard of him, yes. He's absolutely amazing, yeah.
And in that process, we did an emotional clearing process, and I basically removed a lot of emotion around my father. Which probably saved my life actually, because I had a lot of desperate, deep pain lying there. After that, my spiritual journey kind of took off at the speed of light, and I brought to me all the loads of books and YouTube clips, and everything was coming to me, and things started to make sense, and I started to understand the universe and what life was all about. But what I didn't realise was that I was still in a lot of pain. So I had all this knowledge about spirituality, and yet I still had a lot of emotional pain, and I didn't understand why I was doing what I was doing in my behaviours. I was doing things in order to feel worthy and get things from other people to make myself feel better, but I didn't know this. So I'm gaining all this spiritual knowledge, but all the time I'm doing it because my journey started to become intellectual. So I could tell you all sorts about how the universe works, but I still had all this pain deep inside me. And then 2 years ago, I used to run a holistic social event. And 2 years ago, the Real Love UK coach came to speak at my event. And after half an hour, I realised this was what I'd been missing and what I was looking for in my life. And
wow, that's powerful. So what is it all about?
Okay, so Real Love started in America, a guy called Dr. Greg Bear. He used to be an eye surgeon, and he discovered a practical way of bringing unconditional love into people's lives. He did it systematically over many years, and he realised that unconditional love is the one missing ingredient that's missing from our emotional system, and it's why, and the lack of it has caused all the worldly pain. So he's now brought into the UK about 4 years ago. He's coached a couple of people who have then coached others, and there's a support community in the UK of Real Love, who are all feeling unconditional love, probably for the first time. As we're feeling it, we can sustain that feeling and start to feel worthy again, and we're sharing it out to others.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And so, what is it? Workshops around, or is it like how do people get in touch?
Okay, so there's a whole support system around Real Love. There are workshops, random workshops. There are Real Love groups around the UK. You can have one-to-one coaching, you can have interventions. There's now a 12-month coaching program. So there's a lot of variety within Real Love.
And what would someone gain? Like, let's say, for example, I'm a working person. And obviously, I need to I'm looking for something, and I've got something missing. And obviously, I've come to yourselves. What would I gain by coming to one of your workshops?
Okay. Well, if you came to a workshop, you'd have an understanding about Real Love and how it actually works and how we can get to feel unconditionally loved. There's a big understanding as well of human behaviour. Because when we're children, when we make mistakes, we're often given the message that we're not lovable or worthy. And when we're good, we're often given praise and approval. So sometimes we feel loved and sometimes we don't. And that brings about a lot of confusion and actually trauma. And those childhood wounds, because don't forget, these moments where we don't feel loved, they last a long time, over many years, and there are many thousands of them. And when you add them all up, it creates trauma, and it creates a feeling of unworthiness, and we get the feeling that we're unlovable. So what we do then is we use unproductive behaviours, and we go out and we seek things from people, we seek praise and approval, we protect ourselves from people, and we do a whole host of things in order to get a better feeling and feel worthy. But the one thing we really need is to be unconditionally loved, and when we're unconditionally loved, we don't need to do all those other unproductive behaviours.
So let's say, for example, I'm looking for this unconditional love. Where do I go and find this from?
Okay, so in the UK now there are 5 UK coaches who have sustained, they've basically got a sustained feeling of being loved, mainly from Greg. Greg has passed that on to a couple, Pete and Nikki Uglow, who live very local, and they've kind of spread it out from there. So what we do is, in Real Love groups, for example, we just sit around.
And it's a group session, is it, with other people?
Yeah, there's about 10 around the country. So we sit around, and there's usually one person who's kind of like the leader. They act as like what's called the wise person, which is someone who has had some level of unconditional love in their lives, who are able to share and support others. And it's a very simple, practical system whereby we just tell the truth about ourselves. And by that I mean we tell the truth about our flaws, our fears, our mistakes and our selfishness. When we do that, we give other people the opportunity to see us, hear us and accept us. When we made mistakes as a child, we didn't feel loved. Our parents were angry, they were disapproved of, they were disappointed. Now we can turn those wounds around and heal them by making mistakes, sharing them out to people who can accept us, and it's the feeling of acceptance that changes our inner feelings of worth, and you start to feel worthy.
And I totally agree with you, David, because basically one of the chapters in my book for audience is the transparency. In order for you to go to your soul destiny, in order for you to get to where you need to in life, you've got to accept who you are and where you are right now. Would you agree?
I think, yeah, acceptance is key, but getting acceptance from others is a bigger key, because we can't do this journey on ourselves. We can't do this journey on our own. We need help. There's a lot of layers of pain there. I tried lots of spiritual healings and modalities over the years, and actually, yeah, they gave me a bit of a temporary feeling in the moment, but to be honest, nothing's actually had a profound effect. Now Real Love is having a profound effect because I'm feeling more peaceful for longer periods of time, and I'm able to cope with situations better. I also don't do some of the things I used to do. I used to wear lots of masks. I used to go into social situations and be the centre of attention all the time, use a lot of humour in order to feel better, in order to get people to like me. I just thought this was me. I just thought this was just who I was. But now I've realised through studying Real Love that these things I was doing were simply to get other people to like me, because I didn't like myself and I felt unworthy.
Wow, powerful stuff, absolutely powerful stuff. So tell me, can you walk me through some of these books that you've got on display over here?
Okay. So this is the generic book Real Love. This is the first one Greg wrote, and that just gives a broad overview of what Real Love's all about, and just simple methods of truth telling and how to find unconditional love and how to share it. What he did then was he wrote a series of theme books. So for example, you've got Real Love in Dating, okay? You've got marriage, you've got parenting, you've got Real Love in the workplace even, because it's desperately needed there.
Wow.
So
basically what Greg has done, he's basically taken this, if you like, formula of unconditional love and told us how to adapt it in different situations, like the workplace, in marriage and everyday life, and even in dating.
Yes.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what could I pick up? Okay, let's say, for example, I'm at home and I'm going through some marriage difficulties, for example.
Yeah.
What would I pick up from reading this book?
Okay, first of all, you'd pick up, you'd understand why, in a marriage, for example, why everything starts off so rosy and you're on cloud 9 for a while, but then sometimes, further down the line, it all goes pear-shaped. Yeah. So you get a great understanding of why, and the simple reason is because when we first start seeing someone, we put our best foot forward. I did it all my life. We do things and say the right things in order for them to like us, and then eventually the other foot comes forward, and the other foot's a bit more smelly, and people get to see the real us and our flaws and our fears. And so when you've got two people who are in that mode of showing each other the fears, you've got conflict, and it can't work.
Excellent stuff. That's absolutely amazing. David, thank you so much there. Now, obviously here is the real life coaching of love, and obviously it's a powerful tool. And I will tell you something, that people always want power in life, but actually you don't need power. In order to get things done in life, all you need is love. People think they need power and the people think they need money, but if you only need power if you want to destroy something. But in order to get things done in life, all you need is love and compassion, and that will go far more longer way. Thank you so much, David. It's been great having you.
Pleasure, absolute
care.
pleasure. Thank you.
Hi, I am with Gary Weiner, who is actually, in fact, a spiritualist hair cutter. Now, I've never come across this in my life, so I'm very intrigued. So, Gary, tell me more.
Okay, so you're not the only one. Not many people have heard of spiritual hair cutting in England. There's a few of us in France and a few around the world. And every one of us that I've met do the spiritual hair cutting a little bit different. Basically, it's a tool, like any other kind of healing system, whether it's life coaching or body healing, it's homeopathy, acupuncture. It's a system to channel energy in some way, to help connect us to the whole, the universal energy. This is the point. Spiritual hair cutting just happens to be my tool. It's something I've been cutting hair since I was 16, so about 27 years. And I've run training schools, and I've had salons in the past. So I'm a professional hair cutter. I've been doing healing for about as long, all different kinds of healing, from tarot reading to Reiki to body healing, many different kinds. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I decided to, I felt they could work together as one session. So spiritual hair cutting was born for me about 5 years ago.
Wow, absolutely amazing. So, if I come and see you, and obviously you cut my hair, what will I gain afterwards?
It's like from any healing, you'll gain different things. So during a session, I will ask you, I'll help you and I'll guide you to choose something specific in your life that you want, some kind of understanding, some kind of shift. So it could be something negative that you want to release, something maybe that's holding you back. Somebody might say it's some kind of entity or energy, or it could be something psychological. So it's not just spiritual, it's physical as well. Everything's one. So you may want to be wanting to release something that's holding you back. On the other hand, it could be something that is you need to connect and embody more of. So that could be maybe love, or relationship, or money. Something you want to manifest more. So we would look at one or the other in one session. Something you either want to release, and the cutting of the hair is quite symbolic of releasing, letting go, cutting off. If you had a physical cancer or something in your body, you would have an operation and cut it out of your body. So in some way, the energy, when we cut the hair, actually gets cut off of the body. Not that it's really being cut anywhere, because energy is all connected, but it's a sense of being cut off. And therefore that can sometimes give us a feeling of release. And when I say feeling, it can become a reality. Sometimes we need that reality of we feeling like we've let go of something, and then we can make that our new reality, this kind of thing.
So how long does that take typically, if someone was going to see you for a cut?
It depends. An average, I will say to somebody, give me 2 hours. Some clients I'll be an hour or an hour and a half with, others I'll be 3 or 4 hours with. Normally it's about 2 hours, because I can't rush the haircut, I can't rush the healing. So whatever needs to be done, the time doesn't matter, it's not important, but usually a couple of hours.
Well, that's actually powerful stuff. And you were talking about, obviously, I'm a firm believer of that God is real. Call it light, call it divine, call it what you like. And you mentioned something there about the power, of the universe. So, what is your belief system, Gary?
Well, I've got an interesting belief system. I believe in everything. That's my philosophy. I believe in absolutely everything. I believe in the physical, I believe in the science, I believe in the politics, and I also believe in the God, I believe in faith, I believe in the supernatural, I believe in the aliens, and I believe that,
Why do you believe in aliens?
well, because I believe in everything, because I believe everything exists. It just depends on how we understand something. It's like you could have a spider sitting right here in the room with us. Now for you the reality could be fear. For me it could be love. What's the truth of the spider? What is the truth of the spider?
I don't know. I'm so memorised what you say. I'm right into you. I don't know.
The truth of the spider, well, it's true for you that it's maybe love. It's true for me that it's fear. So the truth that there's aliens here is, well, what is the truth? Are there aliens? Is the spider love? Is it fear? Are there aliens? It's like, well, maybe for me there is aliens. Maybe for you there isn't. So maybe I haven't experienced an alien in a physical way, but I can experience it in an energetic way. And even if something's not there, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So I kind of believe everything. The universe is magnificent and magical. So I'd be an idiot, from my point of view, I'd be an idiot to think that these things don't exist. Everything exists.
Wow, absolutely powerful stuff, Gary. Powerful stuff. So obviously that's something powerful for you guys for the home to take away. Then the universe is very big, and who could question what is real and what isn't real, right? So we've got some amazing stuff behind me over here. What's all this?
So this is one of my little baby products that I put together to help people to become more centered in their life. For me, the most important thing at the moment is giving people tools to center themselves, because constantly we're going out of our center every day, all day long. When we're out of our center, everything goes wrong. When we're in our center, everything goes right. So I've created this kind of system to help people instantly. It's not like you've got to do yoga or meditation for 100 years. It's something that can just help connect you to your center instantly and actually focus you on something again specific in your life in the moment. So as you can see, the main product is these oils. They've each got 7 different plant essences inside them, and I formulated them in a certain way. Each of them connect to one of the chakras, if you like. I mean, it's symbolic, but a chakra has a meaning. Each of them connect.
Talk to me a bit more about the chakras, because I know there are 7 chakras, but tell me what the chakras are and what it means.
Well, as far as I use the word chakras, it's already been invented by someone else other than me. So I use it as part of my system, but only vaguely. So somebody might question me when I say what I think chakras are. There might be different viewpoints, but
in your opinion?
In my opinion, it's a system. 7 chakras. In my system, I have 8 actually. I have the rainbow chakra, which is this painting here. So first of all, let me tell you where they come from, the energy of these chakras. These aren't the normal chakras, these are called rainbow chakras. And they've been inspired to me by this young lady, Chinese lady over there, Sajana Sky. She's a spiritual painter, and she paints people's energies. She picks up energy from the universe and paints it, and these are her paintings. So I used and she painted a collection of paintings over the last 10 years, 8 paintings, each one of them representing one of the chakra energies. I now use them, she's my wife now, so I now use her paintings and my plant oils together to create this system of helping people connect to the chakras. Now you asked me the question of the chakras, so I've gone a little bit, where they came from. So these images are all hand painted. They're all up here above you. They all hold energy. They actually also affect the plant oils in there as well. Not sure if you know about that, but words and images affect water and energy around them that they're placed on. So they're energizing these plant oils as well to kind of match the energy of the chakra. Now for me, the chakras have a little meaning. So like most people will know, the red chakra, we call them red chakra, is like the base chakra, representing the physical world, the body. the bones in the body, you know, the structure that how we're here to live in. The orange represents, some people know it as the sacral chakra, the chakra of Tantra, because it's kind of the sexual chakra. It's the energy of male and female, how they dance together.
Powerful stuff. Well, listen, it's great. Gary's been great speaking with you. Very informative and very knowledgeable you are. And so how does the audience at home get hold of you?
GaryWeinerHealings.com.
And where are you based?
I'm actually got a healing boat on the Union Canal.
It's great speaking with you. You've heard it here on Star Plus TV. Gary at the Mind Body Spirit event. See you shortly.
To find out more about Amit Kaint, please take a look at his new book called The Gift: 7 Laws of Success, out now in all major bookstores. This show is sponsored by Great Kingdom Palace, giving life a meaning.